Hi everyone, it is the 6th of August 2024. Has it been a couple of weeks or so? Maybe? It's been a bit of time since I've done one of these. I'm going to do some more work on my graphical diary. I've just been currently working through, the last one I've been working through like all these different like school memories, and as you can see, I've made a lot of notes. So, that's very nice. I'm very much going to um, continue on. I'm going to do year 9 today. Last time I actually do year 8 all in one video, all in one recording. I might actually be able to do the same for year 9 because I have a feeling that year 9 I'm not going to remember as much. Right, let's move these ones further down. Now, let's grab the subjects. Tell you what I'm going to do. Let's grab these. And actually, I tell you what I should do. I've actually realised. Hold on, let's go back to my notes here. I did make some notes on some things I've messed up. Right, there's just a couple things. So go back to year 1. Let's add it here. Roma. Now I'm going to look for an image here. Because I don't know if you know. I don't know if this was a thing in all schools. I imagine it was. There was like this weird robot that we had in year 1. Called Roma. I don't know if it had a face, but it kind of looked exactly like this. Again, I don't know about the face, but look at all those like buttons on the top there. There's another one. Hold on. There's another one here. Similar sort of thing. And this image here, you can see the top of it, but this one's green. Ours wasn't green. So the idea was, I'm going to have to look up a video of this, I think. You didn't have to, but you could put in a pencil in the top bit there, and then you could say like, give it instructions. So like clear memory and go, or whatever, I think. And you load it up, and then you press something, and you press something, a button once, it goes do, then you press another one and it goes do, and then you like set the instructions. So you like forward 3, which means 3 roamers, as they were called, the amount of robots, the amount, like the size of the robot was going up. And then you do like turn right, and then you do 90 degrees. I mean, year 1 was strange to think about degrees like that. We did 190 degrees, and then we have it turn 90 degrees, so it just goes like, and then it stops, and then it turns. We have these little paper things that you could like put on the floor to measure distances. Right, Roma robot. I mean, I should. You know what? I could do like look up some Roma stuff online, like see if there's like anything about on Facebook, because I imagine it was a thing in schools in anyway. Right. Yeah, I'm just looking at this Reddit page. We called them Romas. Was also so excited when they brought it out, but I can't remember why. Yeah, it was a strange thing. Right, Roma robot. Could program to move around and put pencil in it to draw big lines. How do I do? Hold on. Insert. I've forgotten my shortcuts. Insert one above. You know what? I don't need another line there. That's fine. I'll leave it like that. That's okay. Very easy to reference. So that was that one. So another primary school memory that I have, but I don't remember exactly where it was. I believe it was in year 4. I was talking to a friend earlier today, and I mentioned I was doing this. I was trying to say, like, do you remember certain things? So I might get some more information about that. But I think it was in year 4, we did some work on Peter and the Wolf. I just put here. Peter and the Wolf. And I liked Peter's theme. In year 6, I've done... I believe it was year 6. One second. Right. Google Sheets. Insert row above shortcut. Because I've forgotten it. Alt-Shift-I. Then R. Okay. All right. Story. Right. Alt-Shift-I, R. That's fine. Right. Had to write a story about a genie, about finding a genie bottle. I remember a couple of stories now, and I'm going to make this a good story one. I had a story about a genie bottle, although I don't know if, again, I don't know if this was, you know what, let's stick this into, where was I? Right. Okay. Delete. Delete rows, yeah. Had to write a story about a genie bottle. My story was that I found it on the beach. And hold on, I'll do some multiple sentences. Tried to wish for a million wishes, but it didn't work. Then wished for superpowers, and then aliens came down and made me do tests. Oh my god, hold on, I just remembered something else. Right, okay, I'll get back to that in a moment. I found on the beach, tried to wish for a million wishes but didn't work. I'm going to tilt my screen back a little bit. Right. Yeah, tried to wish for a million wishes but didn't work. Then we should £1,000,000 at any income to make me do tests. And at end said, I wish I was dead without. Hold on. And then, oh no. I think it was Miss Dixon or Miss Dickens. Miss Dickens. I'll put that in brackets because I don't know if it was Miss Dickens. Read out my story to the class because she thought the ending was funny. Right. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put year 4 question mark. I'm not sure about this one, but I'm going to put in Peter and the Wolf. It was either year 4 or year 5, and I know that because I know that one person who was in my class at the time was in the year above. I mean, it could have been year 2, but or year 1 rather. But I really don't think it was that early. Peter and the Wolf studied. Hold on. Studied music for Peter and the Wolf. I liked. Hold on. We had to pick a tune. Hold on. Yeah, a theme, and I'll just put a musical theme in it, and do work about it, question mark. I chose Peter's theme because it was my favourite. Peter's theme, I don't know if it's I don't know how popular of a piece of music is, but it's someone that goes da 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 da, and then I just remember Michael L chose the French horn, which wasn't no. I mean, maybe hold on, year 3. I think we might have done some work on the Pied Piper in year 3. I'm gonna. Make a note here saying year 3 question mark. Did work about the Pied Piper. That was weird. I'm going to look that up. Hold on. The Pied Piper, didn't he brought like he used to like attract rats, but also the children followed him or something like that. The story behind the Pied Piper, a historical basis of the 13th century legend of the Pied Piper who led away the rats from the town of Hamelin, and when refused payment for his services led away 130 children and disappeared with them into the mountains. Yeah. That's I mean, that is dark, but it's I just remember it was something to do with like he led away rats, but then children was following him or something. That's the vague memory that I have of that. Right. So I've written down Peter the Wolf. Yeah, a year 1 or 2. Hold on. I'll put play center. Obviously, not going to name it. I'm going to put this in Year 1 question mark. I believe it was year 2. Actually, no, okay. It could have been, no, you know what, it could have been either. Went to play centre and there was a photo of me. Obviously didn't really, hold on, going front side down on slide on top of rolling cylinder. It did not work, but I just thought, hey, it's kind of like a wheel. I thought it would be funny, but yeah, there's that. We also had a year 6. Yeah, so this is the thing I'm really confused about. So year 6, did I mention, hold on, yeah, I was in the middle of watching it, wasn't I? Yeah, good night, Mr. Tom. So one, I believe it was in the last year. I'm gonna, okay, hold on. Right. Hold on. No, hold on. No, wrong place. That's year 5. It needs to be in question mark. Question mark year 5/6. What was it? Year 6. Oh, there was more stories. Yeah, I can't remember about the story. Hold on. But story 2. Had to make a story with only 3 characters. Took 3-character limitation seriously and made Carol Vorderman a contestant on Countdown. Yep, I was like, I don't know, I really like Carol Vorderman. I was like, oh, she likes maths, I like maths. I like Carol Vorderman, she's so cool. Was there another story? There's another one which was actor. Hold on. Report on actor. Had to make a report on interviewing an actor. Chose Neil Morrissey. I think I said from men behaving badly because it was, oh my god, my memories are coming back. It was the only actor that I knew the name of. Teacher made a note that I was too young to be watching men behaving badly, but I didn't understand. Yeah. Hold on. Right. Class like olden days. I believe this was year 6. I won't put it in the middle just in case. Actually, the Christmas play I think was leaving performances question mark. Anyway, so similar because that same person was in the class, even though I remember him starting in year 6. Oh. So, had to reenact a class like the olden days, where we all faced the front on our tables, brackets, minus the corporal punishment, obviously. John C. didn't take it seriously and put his t-shirt over the back of his chair. Right. Yeah. Oh my goodness. No. Let's. I was going to do year 9 stuff, but it's not. It's not turning out that way. What am I? Year 2. Right. No, year 1. It was year 1 or year 2. Ah, okay. I'll do it here. I don't know which one it was in. So it might be in year 1 or 2. It was definitely in class 2. But again, I really don't know the difference between those years. It's very hard to say. Hold on. Just make sure I know which Matthew I'm talking about on that one there. Right. So I'll put Poxy the fish. Had to write about a pet that we have or that we know of. I wrote about Darren's fish and I called it Poxy and said it swam around all day. Mum saw the story I wrote about Poxy and had to warn her that I made up a name for the fish because I didn't want to get in trouble for lying. Yep. I didn't know the name of the fish, and I couldn't admit that I didn't know the name of the fish. I didn't even think like, oh, it doesn't have a name. I just made one up, and then it was like, oh no, I've lied. Okay. That was Poxy the fish. Okay, I've done that one. Now I need to. I remember there was going all the way down to year 7 now. Where's that English? There was a story. Hold on. Okay, let's change this up. So I've got the consistent writing story 1, and then writing story 2. And in year 7, where was it? Year 7 English. There was writing story 1, and there was another one. Writing story 2, had to write a story about a dog saving the day. What about aliens who had planned to battle on Earth at 2 o'clock? Hold on. I've got origin of classic joke line. Let's battle on Earth at 2 o'clock. Right. Aliens landed and dog could talk, so convinced them that Earth was not a very good planet. To have a battle on. Right. Teacher said it was, I'll put this in quotes here, very creative. Yeah, I've got to get the thoughts out when I remember something. Right. I do have a few things that are like scattered around for different years that I'm not entirely 100% on. But yeah, I'll leave that there. So I've spent quite a lot of time there. Right, let's do year 9. Let's yeah, I don't really want to. I mean, there's a little thing I could do there for music. I believe it was year 7, but I don't really know. Yeah, there's a few things with music I really can't pinpoint. But I'm going to leave that for now. I'm just going to move straight on to year 9. Let's grab all these. Right. And dump them all in here. Tutorial English. I don't remember. I think English, we had 9 lessons of English in year 9. I think it really, that might have been GCSE. I think it really ramped up. Maths. I believe now I was in set 1 of 9 rather than set 1 of 4. Science. Who did I have for science? I think it was just, yeah, it was just the one of them. But I do remember, I remember the teacher. But I think, hold on, I'm going to put in brackets here. Set, I think I was in a set 3 of 5 question mark, because I remember a couple of people I was in with. German history, IT. IT was only one. It was only one IT lesson for the 2-week cycle in year 9. I remember that. Art, I don't really remember what was going on in art, but also I need to make space because there's a new lesson that crops up in year 9, and that is French. Because year 9, anyone, because there was half the school that did French and half the school that did German, and if you got to year 9, you did a year of the other one before moving on to GCSEs. Right. Is that all of them? Let's have a look. Right. English, maths, science. They weren't divided up into 3 subjects, were they? Physics, chemistry, biology, I don't think so, no. History, geography, German, French, IT, CDT, HE, RE. Art, music. Yeah, I don't know. I think I had the same teachers as I did in year 7. I'm gonna put in my this is in my actual graphical diary here that you cannot see off screen. I'm moving the teachers down a little bit there with question marks on. Drama, PE, and I think that's it. So let's. Is there anything I remember about? I'll tell you what. There's one tutorial thing I remember, but I have no idea what year it was in. I'm going to write it in my side notes. So, tutorial. This is in my notes to the side. Had to do presentation about serious topic. Was put with a group of young boys. I say young boys as if we were the same age. A group of boys who talked about drugs. I had nothing to add and said nothing during presentation. There you go. I think it was a sort of topic for that group of boys. It was sort of like a topic where it was like, yeah, where we know about that sort of stuff, but also, you know, we're not irresponsible, we're mature, we can talk about this, we can talk about the serious effects. That was sort of like the vibe. You had a few people like that, I suppose. I don't know what year that was. I can't really think anything about tutorial in particular. That time, I just don't remember. English. I remember. Let's move this down. Teacher was year 9 English teacher. She was quite pleasant. She was quite nice. We did a few. There was a few books that we did. So I don't really. Hold on. So it's a few books that we did. Two books I remember was an Inspector Calls year 9. It might have been. Hold on. I've actually I'm going to check my file. Okay. You're going to load. Right. Oh. Probably checking this other place is going to be faster in my Google Drive rather than my hard drive. Right. Oh, no. Wrong place. Images. Archived. What else was school? School, yeah. Books we used. Right, I've got it as year 10 or 11. I believe it was. So if that's the case, the only book I remember from year 9 was Macbeth. Other than that, though, I mean, what do I particularly remember with this teacher, though? There's two. Yeah, I don't remember much. Yeah, because Macbeth was this year, and then I believe an inspector course. Cause I'm trying to think of like the classroom that we were in. I think we might have been in a couple of classrooms in year 9. And then the year after that, we were doing in year 11 or 10, we would have done Romeo and Juliet, and then in year 11, it would have been Of Mice and Men. I'm just going to put, hold on, 2 things I remember here. Listing, emotions. Teacher asked us to give examples of emotions. Oh, I do have another memory. Hold on. I'll do this first. Listing emotions. Ah, no, it's strange though, because the memory that I'm just thinking of, it was definitely in year 9, because in year 10, 11, we weren't with the form class anymore. We were in like our own individual, like we were split up for the different English lessons. I don't know why they did that, but they did. But in year 9, we were in our original form class. I remember being in my form class with like a memory of the people, but the room I'm remembering it being is the other one. But I know I was with my form class, so it definitely was year 9. Alright, anyway, listing emotions. Teacher asked us to give examples of emotions. James M. After a very long list, said happy. And thought it was funny because it took... Hold on. And he thought... I mean, I thought it was funny as well, but he thought it was funny because it took so long for somebody to say happy. This was when I also believe it was year 9. That I got sent to the extra literacy group, which was for like the kids who weren't very good at the subjects. Now the thing is, like, for me, I was all over the place. Like with maths, I was in like top set, but then with English, it was like, oh, I'm in the extra help group, as I often was. But I don't know if that was year 9 or 10. I believe it's year 9. Macbeth. I'm making it here. Macbeth. I'll put team quiz. I'll go back to Macbeth in a moment. Team quiz had to make a hold on. Made a team with Andy C called XXXX in brackets Quad X. That was my idea. I was thinking like, oh, XXX is like extreme, but like Quad X is like, oh wow. Yeah, Elon Musk, it's like, you think you're powerful with X, well how about 4 of them? You think X is cool, how about this? Oh my goodness, Ross always made me laugh. Ross made a team called Spadge, brackets. He later said to me that Spadge is when you piss out of your mouth. Just one of those silly things like he came just like a silly word that he came up with. That's how I remember Spadge. so stupid. We had to make questions for others, for other teams, and it could be about anything, in quotes. So I made questions about Final Fantasy. The question of mine that got read out was, who is who is the main character? There was there was one time it was like, oh right, you could do a quiz and you can make questions. Yeah, you can make questions about anything you want. And I think there was one time it was like, what's Devon's favourite colour? That was a different one, and that was and so I could have just made it like, what number is Devon thinking of? And I could have just done like you know, just something like that, something that no one else would have gotten. Who is the main character of Final Fantasy VI? And the teacher gave a clue by writing an anagram on the board. R-E-T-R-A. Okay. Hold on, let's go to my actual graphical diary here. So let's go to the actual monthly view. In the year 2001. Alright. No, because I'm thinking there was a time when I was in English. And I think the date was like 11 of the 11th, 2001. And on the board, the dashes sort of look like just like lines. So, right, okay. English. This is on my side notes. Year 7. It'd be year 8, I would imagine. Year 8. And I put, because year matches up, but costume does not. Oh, hold on. The 11th. Am I getting that right? November. Alright, it could have been... No, it wouldn't have been January. No, that wouldn't have even made sense. No, I don't know. Anyway. Because yeah, matches up, but costume does not. I put a note saying the date was written on the book was like 11-11-01 was written on the board, but the dashes looked like lines, vertical lines, so wasn't sure why there was a bunch of lines on the board. Then in brackets, Emma T mentioned it. Strange. You know, I've for example, like Emma T. I write Emma T, even though her surname is changed because she's gotten married. But Matthew V. Like, he changed his surname, so I've changed it. I've written it in my notes. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Most people got it as terror. Anyway, that doesn't help narrow things down at all, does it? Hold on. Did a question about did a question about who is in the final party of Final Fantasy 4. The thing is, they all knew I was into Final Fantasy. It was just like, for me, it was just a case of like, I'm not there thinking like, oh, this is going to be a fun quiz for people trying to know the Final Fantasy things. In my mind, it was simply a case of, well, if my goal is to make everyone not able to get the answers to these questions, that I can get them and they won't. If I want to win, then the best thing to do is, well, Final Fantasy, there's a thing that no one else knows but me. Hey, right. Do you remember much else about that class? Not really. I do remember. Okay, so let's just go back to Macbeth. So, with Macbeth, I just put read Macbeth. I mean, I don't really. I need to know to say that. One time. Hold on. I'm trying to avoid phrases like one time. Had to read out questions from book about Macbeth. But didn't. Hold on. But I was asked to read one when none were left, so ended up reading one about a different play with a character called Olivia, I think. Hold on, I'm going to do a bit of looking up there, so I'm going to put why did I open an incognito tab? I've already got an incognito tab open. Right. Shakespeare. Olivia. Twelfth Night. Alright. I seem to remember there was once a play going on where people were acting out The Tempest. Anyway, Olivia from 12th Night. Teacher said it's from the wrong play, but the question is fine. Something like that. Had to write our own lines. Hold on. Had to write our own scene with Lady Macbeth. Tell you what, let's move this along a little bit because you're like a sub part of you, aren't you? Had to write out a scene with Lady Macbeth. And I had her saying Don't worry, I'm sure everything will go according to plan. Followed by her walking away and a thunder strike as her shadow passes. Teacher said it was really good. She was impressed by that. I thought it was cheesy. But yeah, that's really... Is that everything that I can remember from English in Year 9? I feel like I don't really remember Year 9 much. Maths. Right, I don't know. What was... Thing is... Okay, so the Year 9, we had our SATs. Here's what I'm going to do. Right. Year 9 SATs. Papers. Let's have a look, see if I can find some Year 9 SATs papers. What year would this be? Year 9. The SATs. Maybe at the end of the year. 2003. Do they exist? Oh. Hold on, I'm going to make this bigger. So, I'm going to check this because I believe... for English, there was... I think I might have found something here because... Hold on. This is what I found. I'm going to take a screenshot here just to show you. So, here, these are the 2003 SAT papers. Now, I'm going to have a look at In Search of Treasure because I vaguely remember the English SAT had something to do with like Tutankhamun or like a pharaoh. So let's have a look at that. Say, oh, would you look at that? This is exactly why I do this. Right. So this is just like a little, like, pamphlet. Not like a pamphlet. I'm going to save this. Right, reading answer booklet. Yeah, so I've got, these are the actual, like, levels 4 to 7. Yeah. I don't remember what level I got in English. I remember I got a level 8 in maths, and I was like the top. I was in the very, like... There was only like 10 of us in the year that got it, and I was one of them. Right. An act of bravery. The writing paper. I don't remember this one. Writing paper. An act of bravery. You're a journalist at the local newspaper. You have the following email from your editor. Hold on, I'm not going to look. I remember... This might have been GCSE. But I remember there was one point where I had to write a report on... You can't see me looking away right now, but I'm doing this to myself. I remember there was something about, like, cars. You had to write about, like, the advantages and disadvantages of cars and pollution or something like that. Anyway, let's take a look. A teacher at Manbury School just rescued someone. For goodness sake, get out there and write a front page report about it. That will sell some papers. Make sure you get comments from all the relevant people, teachers, neighbours and parents. Keep upbeat. People like to be told about good news. Alright. So that might have been GCSE. I'm going to have a look. Yeah, when I think of the Year 9 SATs, I just get like an image of the Tutankhamun, like, casket or whatever you call it, in my head. Writing answer booklet. This is just blank pages for you to write the thing. Okay. There was the Henry V, Macbeth, and Twelfth Night. So obviously, I think some things were like mixed up. Like some classes, some schools maybe did Henry V, and some did Twelfth Night, but we did Macbeth. Right. We all love to hate a villain. Your English teacher has received the following request from Zenith Publishers, May 2003. Dear English teacher, we are planning to publish a light-hearted book about villains. For one section, we want short pieces that analyse why villains, despite being threatening, can be so enjoyable to watch and read about. We would welcome contributions from your pupils, perhaps commenting on a couple of particular villains. Yours sincerely, Macbeth. And so, what impressions might an audience get of Lady Macbeth from the different ways she speaks and behaves in these extracts? And then it's got like a list of different scenes. Oh, so that's two separate like questions. Alright, okay. But I don't think... Notes for teacher. I'm just curious about this. Notes for teachers. Yeah, I'm not reading that. Marking scheme. Yeah, marking schemes for like English papers. Like I could not wrap my head around it. Level thresholds, grade boundaries. Yeah, just some data there. Okay. Right, Key Stage 9, Level 3 to 8, Progress Math Sats. Now, 2003, so my ones are here. I'm not going to... Oh, you know what? I am. And the science as well. Because I don't remember, like, what we learned in different years. So I'm going to have a quick look. Because I am... Oh, let's cancel this off the screen here. I am in maths. So if I have a look at mental maths audio transcript, and there's the audio, mental maths answer sheet, and then there's there's level 3 to 5, 4 to 6, 5 to 7, and 6 to 8. So I did get a level 8. So I'm going to have a look at these two papers to see if this can help me recognise what we did. Because I remember, like, in A-level, that was, like, differentials and all that. So here we have, like, hold on. This is the non-calculated paper. So basic algebra. So 3t plus 4 equals t equals t plus 13. And then 2 open brackets 3n plus 7 close brackets equals 8. Yeah, okay. I'll just make a couple of screenshots. Yeah. So there's that one there. The different shapes. Together to make a right angle triangle. Work out the size of each of the angles in shape B. Alright. Well. Okay, so you figure that one out by just minusing that from 360. Because that's a right angle, you do 90 minus 40, that's 180, so you do 180 minus that, and once you've got, and this one here will be 90, it will be 180 minus 90 minus 43 for that one. See, I'm doing it now. Add 6/10 and 6/5. Okay, we just find the common denominator. Okay, this is a weird one. Arrange these six cards to make the calculation below. The first one's done for you. That's weird. So like, oh, where am I? Oh man, it's done it where it's put it to the top. I don't want it at the top. Right. Well, whatever. It's there. For weird. Shows us a square drawn on a grid. So like Pythagoras stuff. Oh, scatter graphs. This isn't reminding me of anything like to do with a class though. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Oh, I wonder. Hold on. Do I have? No, I think I do have year 8 stuff. So this is year 9 stuff. The diagram below shows 2 points A and B that are 6 centimeters apart. Around each point are 6 circles of radius 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 centimeters. Each circle has either A or B as its center. Right, the question is, on the diagram, mark with a cross any points that are 4 centimeters away from A and 4 centimeters away from B. Alright, okay, so you just find where the 4 centimeter circles intersect. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Cumulative frequency, haha. Tom did a survey of the age distribution of people at a theme park. He asked 160 people. The cumulative frequency graph looks like this. I remember cumulative frequencies. It's a term I've used before. Use the graph to estimate the median age of the people at the theme park. Ah, right, yeah. So it would be so that the graph tops up at 160. So it would be it'd be the line where it matches up with the 8 for the median. Use the graph to estimate the interquartile range of people at the theme park. I don't remember that. I don't remember that term exactly. Solve these inequalities. Show you're working. Yeah. Aha. Kate is solving the inequality. Hold on. This does sort of bring back something. And I wonder, hold on. Kate is solving the inequality, y squared is, okay, y squared is less than 9. She says, y squared is less than 9 whenever y is less than 3. Kate is not correct. Explain why. And the answer is, if y is less than minus 3, then y squared is greater than 9. And I remember, right, hold on, and I do, that would entail, because I've got it, hold on, I've got my notes here. My teacher is the teacher who I think it is. Hold on. Maths. Yeah. So I've got the teacher from year 9, the same as year 10 and 11, who I believe is true. And I believe the classes were mixed together. Like the French side and the German side were mixed together all in one. So the thing is, I do remember this. I'm gonna hold on. Inequalities, right. Teacher, shall I just put in Mr. Robinson taught us about calculating inequalities. Is inequality spelt with two N's? I don't think so. No. Right, Mr. Robinson different to the CDT teacher, Mr. Robinson, taught us about calculating inequalities and saying you can just multiply both sides by the same number, and at a later date said it was wrong, hoping that somebody would point it out. Now, given the teacher is, given what I know of the teacher, it could be either way. It could be either that he did not know, he did not know that that was the case, and he just forgot to mention it, and then he sort of like played it off, or it was the case that he really did teach us the wrong thing on the hope that we would. So it could go either way. Anyway, year 13 class was 13AF. I figured that out before last time, so I've got to put that in there. I'm going to put year 9 question mark and cause inequalities in SATs exam paper. Hold on, so this was year 9. So I'm guessing year 10, 11 was calculus. The diagrams are 2 points A, B, and C in a circle, centre O. Alright. So some means and all that. Did I? I don't think I saved this one. 2003. Do I have a... Oh. Okay, so we've got the calculator paper now. Could the ratio of their ages ever be 7:7? Ratios. I'm just going to take a look at this. Let's save that. Nets. I do remember nets. Do these cuboids have the same volume? Find the values of T and R. So 2 over 3 equals T over 6. So T is 4. Okay. This pad has a rotational symmetry order of 6. Ah. Right. I'm gonna just do other topics. So I'm just gonna make some notes, some topics here. So we've got inequalities. Man, I mean this is not something like particular to my class. But I can't, honestly, I don't really know. I can't really say like, oh, this person, this class said this thing or did this thing in this particular one, because I just don't remember. Right, well, let's cancel both of those. Hold on, do I, right, let's save that one. 2003, paper 1. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, let's just make some notes here. Transformations. That's like rotational symmetry and cumulative frequency. And it's just so vague. Like, I don't know. Okay, let's just leave that for now. I don't really know what I'm doing there. So let's have a look at science. Now, I don't remember. I think I was, because the science was, there was a lower half and the upper half, and I believe I was in the upper half, but I think it was like, not by a lot, just sort of like, somewhat. Right. The drawings show a human, a chaffinch, a dog, and a whale. One of these animals is a bird. The other 3 are mammals. Which group do the 4 animals belong to? I don't know. Yeah, I was never good at biology. Cell wall, membrane. Gas to liquid to solid. Arrangement of particles. I do remember there being some sort of I do remember there being a test, like a question. I don't know if it was on like one of these exams where it was a case of. It was a case of oh, what was it? Like a truck or a van is got oil dripping, and like the drips, do the drips further away represent like speeding up or slowing down or something? Oh, graph paper, I remember that. I realised, oh, hold on. Oh, forces. Right, well, I don't particularly remember that science paper 2. I don't know what the difference is between science 1 and science 2. But I'm just going to have a look at paper 2. Oh, do you want to see? You want to see some dated references? I realise I'm not really saying much this time. Look at that. It's an old Nokia 3310. Is that sound waves? An oscilloscope. A helter skelter. Huh. Sailors used to suffer from an illness called scurvy caused by poor diet on long journeys. James Lidd was a doctor who tested treatments for scurvy. He predicted that all acids cured scurvy. He gave 6 pairs of sailors with scurvy exactly the same meals, but he also gave each pair a different addition to their diet. Does the evidence in the table support the prediction that all acids cure scurvy? Tick the correct box. And at the bottom, there's like an asterisk that's saying like danger, do not try this, and like don't drink this. 25 drops of very dilute sulfuric acid to gargle with. Effect, after 1 week, still has scurvy. Does the evidence in the table support the prediction that all acids cure scurvy? No. Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze. Yeah, this is not really helping me. Right. British power station cause acid rain in Scandinavia. A group of pupils recorded some different characteristics of pupils in their class. The table below shows the results. Oliver concluded that boys do not have green eyes. Explain why this conclusion is not justified. Limited sample size. I mean, not limited sample size. I mean, you know, the lack of it's the lack of evidence is not evidence of lack, I guess. But there would be a particular way that we would have been taught to word that. Either way, that's not helping me with anything. Right. Right. So, I'm going to have to ask someone about this. So there was someone who was in my class with the teacher that I've got for science here. But I don't know if she was in my class this year or in my chemistry class afterwards. Or was it? Or were we even in sets at this point? Were we even in sets at this point? This month's because I remember some people got moved around a lot. So year 9. Man, this is something to really think about. Yeah, I'm really not making much. I'm really not making much progress. This is where it does get vague. Tell you what, I'm gonna. No, because I was with. God, man, I don't know. I really don't know. Because science. I know who my teacher was. I was with that same teacher in the year afterwards, but I also remember being with. There's 2 people who I remember being in my class. Who. Eventually they moved up to the set above because they were smarter than me. In the field of science, and I remember I was in the same class as them as we would like had different teachers for biology, chemistry, and physics. Whereas the teacher I had in year 9 was my chemistry teacher the year afterwards. So science, I don't know. I really don't know. It's not as eventful. It's not really as eventful. I'm sort of like I'm finding subjects. Am I sure I only had that teacher? I believe so. Right. Let's take a look at teachers. I've written down my year 9 English teacher's Mrs. Glancy. I believe it was Miss Glancy. I'm going to change that. I'm pretty sure it was Miss Glancy. Right. My brain's just going in circles. Science. I remember, the thing is, I have memories of that teacher, but I have no good way of knowing if it was year 9. Right, hold on, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a note here. Say, not sure events if in year 9 or later years in chemistry. Edit if, hold on, put notes put into year 10/11 and edit if necessary. That's a tough one. Okay, history. This is something I can go into a bit of detail on. At least there's one thing I do remember. Was in the same room as history in year 7. That goes under layout. Was sat on right side of room facing the front, and then we did some work on World War II propaganda. I feel like this was a very useful lesson. Man, do I want to search it? Propaganda, cross. There was a was a cartoon. We had to study a cartoon. Have to be... Yeah. I kind of... Need to be careful what I search here. But I remember there was... Right. Tell you what. 1 second. Okay, here's an update since last time. I've got myself a drawing pad, so I can, should I need to, start drawing with like a pen here. Okay. So, there was just to demonstrate quickly, there was some, we were looking at some Nazi propaganda, and there was one, and obviously I'm not going to draw this accurately, but it was like a street, and over here, there were three individual people. I'll just do like, and there's another one like facing the other way, right? I'll do them stick figures for now, and obviously they were like rubbing their hands together, ha ha ha, being all greedy and everything, and they've got like a big nose and all that, and they've got their hats, right, like ha ha ha. And then over here, there were three like little birds. 3 crows with big beaks talking to each other, and I pointed out to the teacher, I was saying like, oh, they are being compared to the crows, and the teacher was like, well done, you've pointed out the propaganda, you've pointed out the thing that's going on there. I don't know why I'm deleting all this, because I'm going to X out of this anyway. Well, that was an interesting intermission. Let me write that down. Was shown image of Nazi propaganda of Jews being sneaky. Well, they weren't really being sneaky. They were just sort of cuddling together and rubbing their hands. Next to them on the street were 3 crows doing the same thing. I pointed out, hold on. I asked the teacher if they were being compared to the crows, and he said something like, you're right, or I don't know exactly what he said. It was like well done, you've spotted it. And so that was like, it was, the thing is, like, I think, you know, they say like the reason, you know what, I'm gonna just remove that page of Nazi propaganda from my screen now, because I don't want to see that. But I think, you know, they talk about learn about history so that we're not doomed to repeat it. I think learning about like propaganda is such a big deal. Like, we should really put a lot more focus onto that, so that people can see the signs of when it's happened, like when something like that is happening to them. But I think the issue is that people see it as like, oh, well, that's just a thing of the past. We don't have to think about that anymore. We're just learning about how things used to be. It's like, it's not like that. But that's the main thing I remember. Also, on a completely light-hearted note, teacher nearly fell. At one time, teacher sat on table and nearly fell off. He was trying to not laugh and keep composure. He's probably, I mean, looking back, he was probably, probably didn't think about it much at the time, but I'm thinking about it now, I'm thinking he's probably a good teacher. He seemed, I don't know, he wasn't young, but he had like a young energy about him. He seemed a bit stylish. Okay, so that's all I can really remember for history. History. Can't remember anything else we did that time. Geography. Now, geography, I believe, was... yeah. I don't remember anything about what we learned. But I remember was in new room. Hold on. Single room building between Al block and Ga block, as I'm calling them. James M once told Martin C to fling his fist back behind him because the break in case of fire. What do you call it? Fire alarm? I'll just say fire alarm. Was on the wall there. Teacher once said that some police are and then in brackets a bit bent, meaning corrupted, and people laughed cause was a derogatory word for gay people. Do you remember about what we did in year 9, in geography in year 9? I don't think so. Not really. No, I can't really remember that at all. I mean, the thing is... One second. Right. Just looking on a maps here. Because I remember there was a place that we went to at one point. I don't remember what class it was for. I think it was for geography. I think, hold on, I'm going to put a note here saying like, I'm not going to name it here just in case, because I don't know where it is exactly. Okay, I think I found it. Okay. So I'll just put Moors. went to the moors. Hold on, let's put this year 9, because I don't really know. Went to the moors. To... Hold on. Maybe, because I really have no clue. Maybe to do work based on lakes? I don't know. I don't even know if there would be a lake there. Had light blue folder. That's all I remember about that. Okay. German wasn't anywhere near as fun in... I mean, see, I haven't got hardly anything to say here compared to year 8. German wasn't hardly anywhere near as fun. Layout. Same room / teacher as year 7 and 8. Next to Dan S. At front. Dan S. Used to say, God, I tell you that the homophobia of 2000s British schools. He just go batty bum bum, like, because he thought it was funny. He once drew a line on my hand. It was very boring, because I had a previous. I was with friends, like for the year 1 and 2, year 7 and 8. I had some friends I could really go on with, but this one I had nobody at all. It was just boring. But I mean, year 8 German was hilarious. Okay. I don't remember anything about anything else. I really can't remember much. French. Layout. Same room as Ari in year 7. Sat near back at start. Later, hold on, near back right at start. Later, sat at front right. When Andy C behind me threw up. After people said he was faking, not being well. I'm really going to have to... year 9, I really can't remember as much. I don't know what it was. Did I put... Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to move this down a little bit. put extra class, then brackets, year 9, because I don't know. I'm just putting this here now in English. Got moved to extra help literacy class for some English lessons and did work on dinosaurs. It was so strange. It was so strange. Like, literally, like in maths, I'd be there with all the smart kids, and then in English, I'd go to like this extra class where all the naughty kids were there. It was weird. There's one thing. Hold on. There's one thing I remember about learning the days. Learned days by teacher writing them on the board and making us repeat them and erasing one at a time and making us repeat the process each time one was erased. It's a long way of going about it, but it's a particular teaching method, I suppose. IT, I remember, I'll tell you what though, I do remember a few IT things. So IT was only once a fortnight at this point, and IT was my favourite subjects. I do remember. So this was, we were in a, hold on, but layout. In big IT room next to CDT block. There was one time when we had to make, hold on, I'll put it here, so hotel logo, had to make a logo for a hotel. I made one with, hold on, I made a logo which was an orange circle with the bottom left cut out and text in the middle. Kind of like, the best way I can describe it is if you can kind of think of like the I'm going to search it here, the Halo logo, the O, yeah. So I mean, obviously, I mean, hold on. So nothing to do with, I never was interested. I mean, Ross was into Halo. I might have to make a thing about that at some point. But like, just to demonstrate the shape of it, it was like this sort of almost circle with this corner missing, and it was orange and a bit fancier. Tell you what, let's have a look at that. Halo release. I remember Halo 3 releasing because of 2001. Halo 3 released on the day I started university, November 2004. Go back to my graphical diary. Month 2004. November 2004. Year 11. So you must have been into Halo 1 then. Alright. We also had to make a company badge. Teacher took our photograph as an ID image. Ross and James Hold on. Ross did a silly wave, and James also did something to make me laugh. Teacher saw my photo and said that is the happiest person I have ever seen in my life. What else? I remember this teacher, it was also one of my IT teachers later on. Maybe GCSE, I think. But as it stands, I don't really remember much else. Was this around the time I got my iPod? No, it can't have been. I also got my iPod afterwards, because the teacher I had for business studies at GCSE mentioned iPods, and I didn't know what it was when she mentioned it. Alright, well, that's that, I think. CDT. Whatever did we do for CDT in year 9? Let's have a look at my teachers. Oh God, Mr. Robertson. No memory whatsoever. I remember the teacher. I know the teacher. I know I had that teacher for graphic products later on, but I don't really remember anything. I remember the people who I was in with, because this was in the it'll be 9G1 at this point. I remember Jess and Sam. I used to hang around with them in the CDT, but I don't really know. I don't know what it was. In room opposite Mr. Robinson's room. I'm going to have to map this out, I think. I'm going to have to draw a map of this, I think, at some point, because there was the CDT block in room opposite Mr. Robinson's room. And there was just like big square tables. Sam W teased me with stealing a thing of mine, I think, and I made her laugh by acting too innocent. I don't know how you describe it. Oh, anyway, Heichi. Do I remember anything from Heichi from either textiles or food? Were they both separate? Were they both separate in year 9? I don't know. Do I have Okay. Yes. Okay, Miss. Yep, I remember that teacher. Mm-hmm. Gee, there's a lot to. Thing is, it's like such a big school. I mean, not like big relative to other schools, but just the school itself is so big. Um. Now, does my memory line up with when did I? Let's go back, Master. This is to work on the hold on, GameCube, 2003. Oh, hold on, hold on. 3, 4. So that works. That makes sense. March. Does that work? Yes. March to May of 2003 was when I got my GameCube. Right. Let's rejig a few things around. Man, it's getting hot now. I don't like it. Well, we're going through August now, so days are going to start getting darker, which I'm happy about. So this does work. I did get my. Hold on, what determined my GameCube was that early? Mega Collection release date, yes, and earliest photo. Yeah, okay then. Right. So March to May 2003. Yep, that works out fine. So, in this case, HE would have just been one class. I believe it was 2. Hold on, what was... Yeah, this should be 1 and 1. But yeah, I don't know. So, HE, hold on. Layout, room, on corner, next to... Is it though? Oh man. You know, right. I'm going to hold on. I'm going to pick a bit of a detail here. Because I've just come across a random site where it's like, oh, here's a bunch of pictures from that school. So just having a look through. Right. 2001, November 1999, before I started. Oh, I recognise that teacher. This is completely... oh, there's another teacher I recognise. This is completely... Oh, there's somebody I recognise playing the violin. Oh, and there's someone I recognise. Oh, Mentor. Aha! Mentor. I need to remember about Mentor. Oh. Oh. Right. Aha. Did not think this would be a trigger, but I think, what room is that? People are getting their results. Oh, some musicians. Oh, there's some people who are in my I know them. This is excellent content. I'm aware of that. Oh, there's more violin players. And okay then. Anyway, there was a picture of someone there that I need to hold on, let's put them up here. Right, let's go back up to year 7. But mentor. So Katie from a couple years above, and in brackets, who visited my primary school, was 7NY's mentor. James M said, hold on, went mentor like that at her because he thought it was funny. I've seen her around a few times. Delete rows. Delete rows. Delete rows. Room on corner next to. Anyway, what was I doing? I was trying to find like a map. Or what I could do is I could go to. I mean, they've changed it round a bit. They've got like new buildings and stuff. Let me zoom in. Can I figure out what is what? They know what is what, but they don't know what is what. Can I? Oh, well, I can't. Well, this could help. No, this is definitely not really. I sort of like put myself in the bus bay, but it's very much it's very much of the new time, and there's no earlier days. There's no earlier days, so. Man, I don't know. Is that corner? Oh man, I'm just right. Yeah, I know what that means. I can't think of how to describe it. A few desks. Hold on. Desk clumps. Stitching. Right. Here's one thing I remember about it. was making a bag. I've mentioned this before. I've gone through this bit before. This is when I was looking for cord, and we went somewhere to visit family, and they didn't understand what we were saying. But that was the same time that I got Armored Core 2 and Dave Mirrors 2, which was earlier than that. Unless we're making that in year 8. Hold on, year 8. Earliest could have been September 2001. A very eventful month, that one, wasn't it? Where am I? No, I definitely got after that. Right, man. I'm going to put in here year 9 question marks. I believe it was year 9, but I'm not 100%. Was making a bag with 1 WA text for it, which stood for One Winged Angel, obviously because Final Fantasy. Struggle to get thread in needle. Spent full lesson trying and not able to. I think this was the one. Oh, hold on. Sewing machine. Sewing machine. Was tests of paper tests with lines on to sew through as challenges. Put that in quotes. One challenge was a line with only the ends visible. This is when I got my GameCube, and so we'll put I'll just put talking to James M about Mario Sunshine, because I'd shortly gotten my brackets recently gotten GameCube, and this was, if I go back to geography, right. Layout 1, because I remember it was a different room, so put here is layout 2. Layout 1 was, I'm going to end this soon. I don't think I've got much to say about the other classes. Layout 1 was same room as geography, year 7, but tables facing forwards next to games and talked about GameCube stuff. Brackets. Swapped Sonic Mega Collection for Mario Party 4 temporarily. Yeah, I've mentioned that before, I remember, back when I was doing the games things. Delete those rows, Right, oh yeah, there was another thing about that is, one day, Sam W said I was talking too much, and so I stopped talking. I don't know, I feel like I just got really enthusiastic about something, I just started talking. Harry, right. Harry was good for year 9. Same classroom and teacher as tutorial, but no, I'll just leave it like that. We're allowed to eat food in class. Just got the teacher. Like I said, he was the best teacher that I've ever had, and everyone agrees. What else? What did we learn? We learned about morality. It was less to do with the less to do with organized religion and more to do with ethics. One lesson had to decide people viable to enter a bunker. Brackets. Over S said they need a footballer to keep them entertained. Alright then. And then there's a line. Oh, hold on. Swear. Hold on. Quotes. I swear down. Teacher made joke about local people on video we were watching, saying I swear down a lot. Later on, substitute teacher talks about local people on other video, and I said they swear down, and everybody laughed. I'll put in brackets with me. Everybody laughed with me. In most cases they were laughing at me, but they were laughing with me. Anyway, that's all I remember from Mari. Art. Now, in Big room. Now this must have been year 9. Who did I have for art in year 9? I don't know. Because the teachers moved around a lot. Like in year hold on, I'm gonna make a note here. Okay, so we had 4 teachers in year 8, but in year 9 we only had the one, but I don't remember who. In big room, sat on left table with Andy C, Jackie C, Jess D, and Emma T. Jess D liked to play. Guess the rude thing. Rude thing I'm thinking of. But we weren't enthused, I guess. Had to paint our names in fancy letters using natural colours. That's all I really remember about that. Music. Now I'm gonna do man, music is very very difficult because like it's very hard to pinpoint when things are. I can just sort of get like a vague idea. Let's have a look. Do I have anything for music here? No. And in here, start playing, record it. Yeah, I don't really have. I'm gonna leave music for now because, like I say, I do have a few memories, but it's hard to pinpoint exactly where they were from. I'm just gonna put that there. Right. Drama. I've got I do have the side, like this thing on the side where I do have notes of different like music lessons and different things that I can't really pinpoint in my Google Keep, which I might come back to. Well, I will come back to, but anyway, music, I don't know. PE, I've got no memory at all. Actually, no, I think PE, the only thing I really remember about PE, country dancing. We did some dancing in year 9. And I think that was the end of PE. Then we had PE anything after that. But drama, I can tell you one thing I remember about drama. That was quite bad. Quite boring. Act out. We had to act out mafia drama. Oh, I'll just put here mafia drama. had to bring toy gun for mafia drama. I didn't, so I just used a blackboard eraser. And what else? Was always, quote, almost dead, but kept crawling back. It was stupid. It was stupid. Anyway, that's a bit rough, more rough today. I'm gonna have to leave it at that, I think. I mean, there's still gaps, but that's fine. There's always going to be things that I remember. Like, whenever things crop up in my mind, I can just load up my Google Keep and just go like, oh yeah, there's that thing, which is the whole point of this. But anyway, let's end it here. Let's pick a colour. 2002, 2003 for year 9. Is that a bit much? I think that's a bit much. So your 7 is green, your 8 is that. Let's go for that one. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. So, after this I've got 4 more years of school left to remember. I'll probably do that and then maybe go back to like the game and stuff. But like, look at all this. Look at all these notes I've got. So much. Anyway, I'm getting this here. So, thank you for watching and I will see you all next time. Bye.